Good evening. We begin with sanctions for the UConn men's basketball program concerning recruiting violations.
Coach Jim Calhoun cited in that investigation, now facing some punishment, but the penalties don't stop with him. News 8 has team coverage of these major developments. We begin with sports team 8's Noah Finns. Noah.
Well, this all goes back several years during UConn's recruitment of player Nate Miles, a player who, by the way, never even played a game for UConn. He was dismissed from school before he ever played. Anyway, the school admitted to major recruiting violations, then mostly illegal contact with a recruit. As part of the process, UConn then suggested penalties to college basketball's governing body, the NCAA. That was over 4 months ago. Today, the NCAA added more penalties to those suggestions. The harshest of the penalties, a 3-game suspension for head coach Jim Calhoun. The suspension will be for the first 3 conference games next season. Calhoun has admitted the program made mistakes, but contended he personally always maintained an atmosphere of compliance to the rules. The committee says that obviously wasn't the case. Here is chairperson Dennis Thomas.
Based on the scope and nature of the violations, the committee found the head coach failed to promote an atmosphere for compliance and failed to monitor the men's basketball program.
UConn recommended the loss of 1 scholarship for each of the next 2 seasons and 2 years probation. The NCAA added a year to each. There were other minor penalties, but nothing devastating. And the Huskies received no ban from postseason play. Now the university can appeal these penalties. So far, nothing but release statements. John Pearson joins us now live from Stores with reaction. John?
Well, no, among the administration and the athletic department, disappointment is the general feeling. They felt they had done enough with their self-imposed sanctions, but AD Jeff Hathaway said today that he was disappointed the committee felt more penalties needed to be imposed. As for the head Husky, Jim Calhoun, well, he had something to say as well. Jim Calhoun not pleased with today's findings. Here's what he had to say in a statement. I'm very disappointed with the NCAA's decision in this case. My lawyer and I are evaluating my options and will make a decision which way to proceed. In the meantime, I will not make any further statements about the case as our program prepares for what I hope will be an exciting and successful postseason. The Huskies went about their business today, Calhoun with his team overseeing a late afternoon practice. A few students and followers of the men's basketball program felt the punishment was fair and are pleased the Huskies will not be held out of postseason action.
To not have a postseason ban is huge. It still gives the guys the opportunity to play in the NCAA. It still gives prospects. They can see that, we have an opportunity to play in the postseason, and they're still going to want to come here, hopefully.
I really like the part about not being banned from postseason play because it's what you play for, to get to the national championship, make it far in the postseason. So overall, I think it's a pretty fair punishment.
And some of those students felt had Nate Miles played a game for UConn, the punishment could have been much more harsh for the Huskies. In Stores, I'm John Pearson, News 8.